Namaste, everyone. We're going to have a nice practice to celebrate World Yoga Day, which I think is in its 7th year, which is amazing. There is a global day to celebrate yoga, which I think is wonderful, where we can focus, or maybe even refocus, on our practice and what it means to us and how it can help us in our lives, not just on the mat with our bodies, with our whole being, our mind, our breath, our emotions, our psyche, all of those things, our attitude. Our yoga can help us step into a realm of balance and a realm of mindfulness, and just taking a moment, maybe going a little slower, maybe pondering, maybe reflecting, maybe self-study, maybe changing habitual behaviors that maybe are not that good for us, or maybe just embracing the joy and the pleasure of being in a yoga space that brings such comfort and ease to the body and to the mind, and the prana, the life force we take in, the energy of the cosmos, of the universe, of the world that we take in on the breath. So just closing our eyes for a few moments, settling down, quieting down, just bringing the senses inside. So we're looking inside. We are just focusing on the breath to calm us down, quieten us down. However you are seated, even if you're lying down, have an awareness that the spine is long and spacious, that the energy is rising up, although you are rooted to the earth. So no point in energy rising up if you're flying all over the place and you're not grounded, you're not secure. So a feeling of grounding, long spine, nice long neck, soft face, tilting the chin neither up or down. So the chin is more or less in line with the base of the skull. It's slightly lower, but it's not jutting out or jutting up or down. Allow the breath to come in and out of the nostrils. No need to have a particular rhythm. We are just settling down, quietening down. Bring in the attention, the awareness inside. Your shoulders are soft, the chest is really broad, collarbones are spread. There might be a slight lift in the sternum, but not a pushing up, not a sticking out of the chest, just an uplift in the sternum, while you feel rooted and grounded on the earth. And just notice the sensations in the body. Maybe as soon as you become aware, as soon as you place the focus on your awareness, you are aware of being aware. Now that sounds odd, but quite often we are unaware of how unaware we are. So in our yoga practice, in our yoga life, we are wanting to return to our true nature, our true self, beneath the mask, beneath the cloak, beneath that veil of consciousness. We want to become aware. So we can enjoy every moment of our lives, but also so that we can be aware of that which no longer serves us, or aware of the habitual reactions we are having to events and other people. how we respond, how we react, how we overreact, becomes more manageable when we are aware. So noticing the breath, noticing the sensations, maybe in the skull, maybe in the back, maybe in the fingers, maybe where you're sitting, where you connect with the earth, maybe the abdomen rising and falling, maybe that downward groundedness as you rise up. Where do you find your own awareness? Where do you find your aliveness? Without using the eyes, without using the ears, where are you feeling your awareness and your aliveness? Bring your hands to your heart. And I am going to chant the mantra that honors the parampaya, it's the lineage of tradition that I like to practice, that I am dedicated to, the Gitananda tradition. So you can listen, if you know you can join me. Om Tat Parampayaya Vidmahe Nana Lingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guruhu Prachodayate Om. And today we honor all of the teachers. Tomorrow is World Yoga Day, but today is our day of practice, so we honor all of the teachers, the rishis, the swamis, the siddhis, the gurus, the teachers, particularly in the Gitananda tradition. Swami Gitananda, his wonderful wife and partner in yoga, Amaji, and Dr. Ananda. We honor all of the teachers, my teacher Yogacharya Nandev and his wife Yogacharini Deepika, and all of the other teachers. I've been so lucky to have teach me throughout the years. Special mention also to the lovely Nikki Slade, Kirtan leader and Kirtan teacher. Thank you. So let us step into our practice. We're just going to stretch out a little. I'm going to come onto the side. So you're just going to be on your bottom. We're just going to stretch out the body a little. We can bounce out the legs. Bring the hands behind and just bounce out the legs. Just bring some energy flowing through the whole system. And we're just going to point out the toes and stretch the feet back, just to open up the ankle. And some nice rotations in one direction, doesn't matter how you start. And just try and get big circles so you really feel in. I've done a lot of walking in the last week, and reverse, go the other way, change direction. And I enjoyed it very much. I probably did about 60 or 70 miles over a few days. So my feet were hurting sometimes. And it's just nice now to give my feet a little bit of an opening, a bit of a stretch, because they were in boots a lot of the time. And just keep going, some nice circles in opposite direction, and bounce out the knees again. And we're just going to grab hold of the right, under the knee is fine, or the shin, and stretch out the left leg and just flick out the ankle. So we can start with the feet and work our way up. So we are using everything to open up the body, wake it up. Maybe some rotations with the ankle by drawing circle with the toes, And you can feel that in the shin, you can feel it in the calf, I can. And shaking out. Because I did a lot of walking, but I didn't do a lot of yoga over those days. And bring the left leg in and flick out. Walking in hot tub was my yoga last week, which was really nice. And rotate again, and really go deeper this time as things start to open up. And back the other way. And you make it flick them out again. And put it back down. Just a nice bouncing forward, keeping the chin up and forward. Nice, just bouncing forward, gently, just easing the spine. Up to the thighs. I did teach last week when I was away, but there was something wrong with the sound. And I was worried about sheep making noise, but I think the sound was distorted, so I apologize for that. I didn't even know till the end. And again, bounce in and breathe in and lengthen right through the spine, through to the fingertips, and gently forward. Breathe in and forward. Breathing in and lovely. One more time and forward. Just stretching out the spine a little, just waking things up. We're going to do a very, very gentle twist. I'm bringing in my right foot and I'm placing it across. Okay, I'm placing it across so the foot is on the floor. My left leg is nice and live. Okay, I'm going to lift up my left arm and come forward and wrap the elbow around, and I'm going to just place my right arm behind, but not too far away, quite close. So I'm breathing in here, I'm breathing out, and I'm twisting to the right. So I'm going to take another breath and feel I lengthen, and as I breathe out, belly comes back, and I twist a little more. You might feel it in the right buttock, in the glute, the hip. Nice twist for the abdomen, and bringing it back, and release the leg and bounce it out. We're starting gently. We will do some sun salutations in honor of summer solstice tomorrow and also of World Yoga Day, but I like to open up the body a little, loosen up first. So bring the left leg across, place the foot on the floor, and try and keep the right leg really nice and firm and sit up tall. Try not to slouch back. Breathe in here, lengthen through the right arm and bring it forward so you really get the maximum length on your arm, and wrap the elbow just around. Breathe in here and really sit tall. Breathe out. You're twisting to the left and you're hugging the knee and the thigh in. So you're really getting a really nice spinal twist. You're giving a nice massage to your digestive system or your internal organs. Breathe in here and breathe out. Pull the belly in, make some room, and see if you can twist a little more. Looking over your left shoulder, but don't strain the neck. Okay? And breathe in, come back. Bring the feet together. Really see if you can sit up on your sit bones, okay? Doesn't have to have the knees to the floor or anything. We are just softly, gently inviting our hips to become a little more juicy, a bit more range of movement. We don't often do positions like this in everyday life. And maybe we can rock a little bit from side to side, pressing the elbows down onto the knees. And maybe we come down with our hands around the feet, but please don't go too far yet because we're still warming up. Okay? Breathe in, look forward so that the chin juts out a little and you do have a little bit more stretch on the neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring the belly back, lengthen the arms. So you're breathing in, pulling the chest forward, pointing the chin, and you're breathing out. Belly comes back, you lengthen the arms, and it's a little bit like Viagra tiger breathing. Some people call cat-cow, okay? Breathe in again. Look forward, chin comes slightly forward and up, and breathe out. Belly comes back. Good. Please sit cross-legged, unless you are on the chair. If you're on the chair, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of side body work, okay? So sitting up nice and tall, really tall, okay? So you feel like, you know, we're looking at triangles, Trikonasana, you feel like a triangle, nice base, a nice long spine. Don't worry if you're not in Padmasana. Ordinary Sukhasana, easy cross-legged. Left onto the floor, but a little bit away from you, so it's not here, it's here, okay? Breathing in, lengthen through those fingers. And breathing out, gently to the side, not too far yet, okay? Breathing in, come up and down. Breathe in and across, same side. See if you can lengthen more. Keep the butt on the floor, don't lift the buttocks. Breathing in and down. Last time this side, we're going to hold, breathe in, breathing out. See if you can lengthen from the right fingertips to the right sit bones. Breathing in, look up. Breathing out, look down, pull the tummy in. One more time, breathing in, look up, breathing out, pull the tummy in, and breathe in here, and open, and just shrug the shoulders a little. Roll them back, and maybe roll them forward. Hold the hands however you like to, so that you get the maximum movement. Maybe we do a little bit of alternative stuff as well. And then you're going to bring the right hand out, a little bit away from the body, but not too far, okay? About this much. Breathe in with the left, fingertips are on the floor at the moment. Breathe out, maybe the hand comes down, and you can stretch. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out. Breathe in and let it come down before we do the two where we hold, okay? Just make sure you feel steady, make sure the chest is open and the back is long. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Really lengthen. Breathe in. See if you can take a peek up at the fingers. Maybe you can't if the neck's too tight, that's fine. Breathe out, belly back. Look down. Lengthen more. Breathe in. Turning the neck, using your neck muscles. Turning the head rather, not the neck. And breathe out. Breathe in here and come up and just shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. We're going to do that twist that we did with the legs long, extended. We're going to do it in a cross-legged, okay? So you can bring your left arm across to the right knee, and maybe the hand comes outside the knee. But if you have to press on the thigh, that's fine too. And we're just going to twist in that same direction, okay? So breathe in, lengthen with the right arm, and breathe out. See if you can just twist a little to the right without dipping down too much. Try and remain long. Breathe in here, breathe out. A little bit more of a spinal twist. And breathe in, come forward and bring your hands forward. So we do the opposite side. Left hand can come down just to support you. Breathe in, right arm, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen to the outside. So you've got this nice stretch from the shoulder as well, outside of the knee. Breathe in here, breathe out, twisting to the left. We'll do one more. Hands not too far behind. Breathe in here and breathe out, twisting to the left. Good. Breathe in, come forward and just shake up the arms, shake up the hands. You know, we hold so much tension without being aware of it. So seeing if you can really shake off tension, not just do it in your practice, you could do it anytime. Especially if you're in a feeling of, stress and fear. I mean, you might not want to shake like this in the supermarket, but you can always do it in a private space. Okay? There we go. And we're just going to lengthen the legs out one more time and bounce them out. Bounce up those feet. And just notice how the hips feel, how the belly feels, how the shoulder feels. Good. That feels good. That already feels much better. I was feeling a bit stiff myself. So I'm going to really, really flex my left leg, and I'm going to bring my right knee in, okay, and just let my foot dangle. Just going to let it dangle, just supporting it with my right arm. And I'm just going to keep my left hand down, and I'm just going to sort of swing using the support of my arm under the knee. Okay? I'll just do a few of those. It's about the hip. Okay, you can feel the opening. And then if that feels okay, and you want to go a little bit further and use the foot and the leg, then that's fine too. Use a little bit of energy, a little bit of momentum, and bring it in and take it out. Maybe you can really lengthen through the leg without sinking to the left, you know, which can happen. And bring it back. And you can place it against the upper thigh. And we're just going to bounce that knee out a little. Okay, so don't worry if it doesn't come to the floor, don't push it. You know, just maybe you get closer to the floor now because we've done a little bit more work in opening the hips. And stretch the leg out. And just bounce up the legs. And firm up on your right leg. Nice and strong, really strong. Toes pointing up. Bring the arm, left arm under the left knee. Right arm can just balance on the floor here, help you stay upright, so don't slump, upright. Okay? And then, now one will be easier than the other. My left one is a bit stiff today. So just go with it. You might just stay like this, breathing, and opening, without touching the actual foot, but if you want to go for the foot, that's fine too. See if you can stretch it out first so you really get this nice, really nice length at the back of the leg. Yep, so you're using your hamstrings, opening up the knee a little bit, and then swing. And I can even see from the screen that I'm definitely stiffer on the left today. And this is nearly always the case, one side. It's not always the same side, it depends on your activity and your normal tendencies, but I can see that's what's happening with me today. So stretch it, bring it in, and then stretch it really out as much as you can without toppling to the side. And breathe and stay long, keep the belly in, and bring it back. And shake it out. Now we're going to do the twist we started with earlier. We're going to do it again, okay? And I want to see if you can twist a little bit more now, okay? So come this side. Legs out in front of you, nice and straight back. Well, not straight, but you know what I mean, long. Bring the right foot across. Now, some of you may need to keep the bottom leg straight. There may well be some of you I can bring the leg back. So what I did was I brought the right foot over, knee was pointing up, okay? And then I bent my left knee and brought the foot back. Now, the tendency with this is that people will go onto one buttock, okay? Because they're not balanced, our pelvises are rarely perfectly balanced. So I want you to try and keep both sit bones down, even if you have to stuff something under the right. Okay, sit bones, yes, okay? So this is what we're doing now. We're going to bring up the left, and we're going to come forward with it. So I really have the length on my arm, then I wrap it around, okay? So really have the knee in the crook of the elbow, and my hand flat against my thigh. And I will feel a little stretch in my right, I can feel it in my glute here, okay? So hand behind, right hand, breathe in and feel straight. Straight as you can, breathe in and breathe out. Hug and turn to the right. So you're hugging your knee to you. You are bringing the belly back on the out breath. We're going to try it another twice. Breathe in, be long. Breathe out. Twist. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. See if you can bring that belly back to make room for your twist. If your knees don't like this, you can have the legs straight out, as I say. Breathe in, come back. Let's take a twist just to the other side, just to counter that with the leg. Put the hand on the knee, left hand back, and just open here. That's going to be really freeing. Lovely. And come forward and stretch out the legs and bounce them out. Take a sip of water if you need it. Hydrated muscles don't cramp, okay? Hydrated ligaments and tendons are less likely to tear and rip and overstretch, and also the vertebrae need to be hydrated in yoga, okay? Because damage happens when we're dehydrated. Bring the left foot over this time. Now one side will feel easier than the other without a shadow of a doubt, okay? So I have to go a little bit over to the right, then I bring my left buttock back down. Now it's a little bit off the floor with me, okay? Not too much, maybe not even as much as this, but I'm going to stick that there anyway, so that I don't wobble and feel lopsided. So right hand comes up and it lengthens, so you really feel length in the arm and you have space to wrap around. Left arm back, breathe in here, breathe out, move the belly back. It's amazing how one side really lifts up more with me. I have to be conscious of it and press it down. Breathing in, breathe out. See if you can move the belly back. Squeeze the knee in. One last time, breathe in and breathe out. And I'm not twisting as far on that left side where I was telling you my hip is a little tight from all the walking. So take it easy. One side may be a bit more restricted than the other. Okay, and stretch out, bounce out. Feels good. Bring your hands behind. So your hands are closed, the fingers are closed and they're pointing behind the buttocks. I'm going to slide down my mat a little. I'm going to bring my shoulders up and back. And I'm going to breathe in and lift and stretch through my toes. Stretching. Okay, this is it. It's quite strong on the arms. You can look back, you can look up. And breathing out, gently come down. Okay? And then forward to just ease out the spine. I'm afraid we're doing it twice more. You can bend the knees if it's more, gives you more lift. Okay, so you can bend the knees like this to lift up. Okay, up to you. I'm going to stretch out with mine. Arms behind, shoulders up and back. So it's my chest that's coming forward. Hands up, not together, but they're not far apart. Okay, breathing in here. I lift, I stretch, I can look to the ceiling, press through the palms, press through the fingers. Maybe I look back. Don't worry if the belly lifts. I'm breathing out, forward, and just a nice, good. Little bit more strengthening, opening up the front body, and also strengthening the arms, the shoulders. And one last time, fingers are pointing. Now if your fingers don't point back like this and it's hurting, you can see if you can put them to the side. I wouldn't put them back like this. This is impossible for me. Can't, it doesn't work with my elbows, certainly. But you can put them out if that is easier. One last time here, breathing in. See if you can get the toes to the floor. Lift. Lift. And gently back out, sort of collapsing, okay? And shake out the arms. Shake them out. Okay, we're coming over onto the hands and knees. Now, I know I have students that don't like, well, they can't put weight on the knees for medical reasons, injuries, that sort of thing. So the work we're doing on the hands on the knees, you can easily do by bringing your chair in front of you and placing the hands on the chair. And you can still do a lot of the postures, okay, but I'm coming onto my knees. So you have to have nearby what you need. And if you can't practice on the floor at all, I do have chair practices on my YouTube channel. So I am going to come onto my all fours. And if you are using a chair, you are on your feet. Okay? And I'm just going to start to rotate my pelvis, just easing everything out in one direction. You could even do this standing up, doing these pelvic rolls, if that's what you need to do. And back the other way. And I'm going to bring my fingers quite close together, not too spread out. I'm bringing my weight slightly forward, okay? So my weight is slightly forward, so my shoulders are more or less over my hands. And I'm just going to breathe in and lift the tailbone. I just want to stretch out the belly, and I want to just activate my spine a little more before we do sun salutations. I'm breathing out. I suck in the belly and drop the head and press through my palms, opening between the scapula at the back body. I breathe in, I'm leading with my tailbone. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm not, rushing through it. I feel the stretch, I feel the opening in the collarbones. I'm pressing through the floor. I breathe out. Using all 3 lobes of the lungs. Breathing in here. Stretching forward with the heart area, feeling it in the tummy. It's a really nice stretch for the abdomen. And the breath, breathing out. Vayakra, it's tiger breath. Now I'm coming back to my heels. If you're standing, you just might want to do a nice long spinal extension. Against the chair, against the wall. Let the energy settle, lengthen the spine. Breathing in, look forward and come up again onto all fours. Again, you can still practice this doing the chair. I'm just going to breathe in here and raise one leg while I look forward. I'm looking forward and I'm just lengthening through the whole of the spine. Looking up slightly maybe, but I don't have to crank my neck. And breathing out, I bring it back down. Left leg, stretch it out. Really stretch, press through the palms. And breathing out, bring it back. This time I'm breathing in and lengthening, and I'm breathing out, and I'm going to just balance on one hand as I bring my knee in. This is possible on the chair. Just be careful. Breathing in, I lengthen, breathing out. Just squeezing in. And you can even lift the arm to lengthen. And breathing out. Another squeeze. Press both hands onto the floor or chair and place the knee back. Left leg, breathing in. You can lift the arm if you like to, if you've got the balance, and breathe out. Squeeze, head down. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, squeeze. Squeeze all the breath out. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, squeeze. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. And bring it down. Take the weight off the hands even if you're on the chair. So if you're standing, just stand up and shake the hands out. If you're on all fours, you can turn the hands over. Maybe you sit back and you just rotate the wrists. Good. I'm just going to do one more thing, and again you can do this standing. I want you to lengthen through the right leg and bring it over to the left. If you can do that. You might need to bend your knees if you're standing, I'm not quite sure. You can do it though, I'm sure. See if you can get the right leg to the left without twisting the pelvis. Pelvis is still facing down, okay? Lift it back up and bring the knee in. Left leg, bring it up and see if you can it's just opening here. Bring the left leg behind you, stretching it out. Couple of breaths. And bringing it in and come back. So take a sip of water because we're coming to standing. If you're not already there, definitely want to take some water. And I just need to check. Okay, so with the toes tucked, if you're still on the floor, I want you to breathe in here. And I want you to breathe out and lift the knees and send the weight back. Oh, and just let the body find its way. You can bend the knees if you need to. And I'm coming onto the toes and I'm coming forward. I'm just taking a couple of breaths here just to lengthen through the spine. My head, crown is coming forward, my hands pressing down. I'm going to breathe in, and as I breathe out, I'm coming back into Marasana. Really stretch from the palms to the tailbone, really pressing the fingers away. If you have to have your knees bent, that's fine, because you can get the butt higher. If your heels touch the floor, that's good. If they don't, that's also good. And I'm going to come back into just a nice forward fold, okay? Uttanasana, just dangle here, lengthening through the spine, but let the head take the weight. Don't put any pressure into the neck. The neck can be completely relaxed. And then you can bend your knees, press through the floor, press through the floor, and come up. And open out. Now if you're not able to go on your knees, you need to adapt your sun salutation to accommodate that. And everyone has individual needs, so I can't demonstrate for every single person. But I will try and do a few rounds that have no standing, no going on the knees, okay? So we will vary it. Okay, so come to the front of your mat and just find your nice, easeful standing with the feet hip distance pressing down. Nice long spine, belly falls back, chest opens. Samastiti here, it's an easy kind of standing pose where you feel completely balanced and you feel sturdy. And it's an observation posture really. You know, we come back to this posture and we observe. So bring your hands to your heart. Pressing the feet down. You're just going to breathe in and do some half sun salutes to warm up. I'm going to do a little back bend. You don't have to, it's up to you. And I'm going to come forward. And I'm just going to bring my hands to my shins for a moment, and then I'm going to lengthen. I'm going to breathe in here, and I'm going to breathe out, and bring my belly back so I can more or less fold in half. I'm going to breathe in halfway. And I'm going to breathe out again, all the way down. Now you can bend your knees here if you need to. I'm going to breathe in and come all the way back up. And we're going to do about 3 or 4 of those, so just easing into it. Open the hands. This is your in-breath. Press the feet down, press the hips forward. Now I'm going to fly forward. I'm going to lengthen, 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 lengthen. My knees can be bent if they need to be. All the way down. Belly is back. I'm going to breathe in. I really want to lift my chin here. Okay? Then I want to breathe out and fold even deeper. Then I can bend my knees. Push to the floor and open out. exactly in that way, as though you're doing Tai Chi, okay? Slow movement, so good for the nervous system, brain function, all those things that are so important. Bend back, hips forward, breathing out. My belly comes back, I lengthen, I press my feet to the floor, all the way down. Breathing in, halfway. I'm going to just open my shoulders, lengthen through my head this time. I'm going to press onto the shins. So I'm lengthening through the crown, okay? Breathing out here. Breathing in. See if you can come up with straight legs this time. Open out. Back to your heart. Now, breathing in. Up you come. Maybe the body feels a little bit more open, a bit more compliant, all the way down this time. Hands to the ankles, breathe in. Yes, you lift the chin, so yes, there is a little creak in your neck there, okay? Looking up, breathe out. Belly back as much as possible. Breathe in, lengthen. And open. Hands to the heart. Drop the hands, close the eyes, press the feet into the floor. Press them into the floor. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's an easy feeling in the body or if something is tight and needs attention, something needs your awareness. Taking it all in. We're going to get to the floor now, so hands together. I'm going to open my arms. Embrace the whole of the room that I've got here. Hopefully you might be outside. And I'm coming forward. I'm pressing forward, pressing forward, pressing forward, all the way down. I'm going to look forward and lengthen. I'm going to breathe out and place my right foot back. Ready to rise up into Warrior One. Bending the front knee. I open up into Warrior One and then Warrior Two. Keep your knee bent over your ankle, keep the legs strong. Breathe in, drop the back arm, look up. Now keep the feet firm. Squeeze the thighs, remember the feet we talked a lot about over the last few weeks. Pressing the feet in. Breathing out. I know I have my back to the camera, I apologize. Lengthen, so don't lean on the knee, side angle pose, don't lean on it, it's just there, not pressing down. Breathe in, warrior, drop the right arm, up you come, and breathing out, you're coming down. Swivel, you're going to sort of swivel on your back foot. I'm bringing my left foot back now, Meru Asana. You're going to breathe in here, and you're going to breathe out and whoosh. Shh. Right through the abdomen, press it back. Breathe in, and shh. Last one, breathe in, and shh. Bring the left foot in, the right foot in. Bend the knees if you need to. Bring the right foot forward. So you might need to wiggle it a little bit, okay? And bring the left foot forward. Head right down. Now you might be getting closer to the floor than you ever have. See if you can get your palms on the floor. Maybe you can. Breathe in here. All the way up. And all the way out. And we do the other side. Breathing in. Breathing out, come forward. And down. Breathing in, look forward. Chin up slightly, look forward. Now this time we're going to bring the left foot back. Okay, so left foot back, place it down. Make sure you are happy that it's in the right place. Outside back foot, really pressing in. Front foot pressing in, no pressing into the knees. This is your Warrior One. Open out to warrior two. Now lengthen. Make sure the knee is pointing to the outside toe. Lengthen through the legs. Breathe in here. You are reversing the warrior. See if you can press the feet right in. Really press the feet into the floor. Breathing out, you come over to your side angle, but don't lean on the thigh. It's just there. You can lift it up. Lift, lift, lift. Anytime, stretching it. Breathe in, come up for your warrior two. Drop the left arm. Warrior one. Then you can come down, swivel on the back foot. And lift the leg up and come back to the front. And breathe in, come all the way up. And all the way back down. And open the arms and just observe. We're going to do that one more time. So obviously it's not full, 5 arunas, Surya Namaskar, and then the variations on that. I'm just trying to adapt it so everybody can be part of the practice without too much trouble. Okay, breathing in. See if you can really back bend. Now pressing the feet into the floor. You keep your eyes open and come forward. Breathing in, look forward. Breathing out, step back, right foot. Front knee is bent, but make sure you are happy to let go of the ground. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, right hand drops. Breathing out. Windmill over. See if you can get even a longer stretch now to the fingertips, to the back outside foot. Breathing in. Warrior two, and drop the arm. Warrior one. Breathing out, come to the floor with the hands. Swivel on the back foot, then bring the left foot back. Merusasana. Breathe in here and whoosh out. Press through those palms, breathe in. Really feel it. Get rid of all the toxin. Bhastrika breath, it's a bellows breath. Gets rid of toxins. Breathe in. Really, really, really try and get rid of them. You can bend the knees here. And you can bring the right foot forward. Okay, so however you like to do it. You can lift the leg right up in the air, or you can just come through the middle. Breathe in. Up you come. Stretch. Use the knee. Make sure your hips are forward in the first one, then they open out. Breathing out. Lengthen. Make yourself like a glider. Breathe in here. You can smile. Enjoy yourself. Breathe out. Over you come. Lengthen right through the side as much as you can. Breathe in. You can come up. Drop the left arm for your warrior. Drop both hands. Swivel on the back toes. Lift up the right leg. Place it down. And breathe in here. And breathe in. Really press away from the fingers. Tailbone hits the sky. Breathe in. You're not pushing through the shoulders. The upper arms are wrapped in. You're pushing away. And then you can come to the front. Let's dangle a while. Let's enjoy this. And maybe you can bend your knees, sit back. Come into nice awkward pose, is it? Chair pose they call it. It's quite fierce. And breathing in, come up, open out, and stand with your eyes closed and your hands open. And just observe. Just observe. Maybe you need a drink of water. We're just going to do one round with the knee on the floor. Now you carry on with the knee off the floor if that's what you're doing. That's perfectly fine. Before we relax. So, come into the front. Feel the nice connection with the floor, balanced as close as you can to complete balance. Bring the palms so that they face back. Breathe in and open them. They come to the heart, they come right through the throat, crown chakra, up to the top. Then they come back down and you squat. I'm squatting on my toes. You can bring your hands to the heart here and just take a moment. Drop the hands down. My heels won't come to the floor in a squat, okay? Some people can. And I'm going to bring my right foot back. And then I'm going to stretch it as far back as I can and come up onto my left knee. I'm going to breathe in here. As I breathe out, I press my front foot into the floor. I'm pressing my front foot into the floor so I don't just sort of hang out in my hips, okay? You need to press so you have some containment in the hips. I'm pressing my back foot. I'm dropping my hands and I'm going to just take a little counter stretch. Opening at the back, you can even lift the toes off if you feel you need to. So from here, okay, I'm not sitting on my back heel, I could be, but I'm not, okay? I just want a nice stretch here. I'm then going to bring my right hand to the left side, to the left leg. Now you will feel that there, so you might only have to come here. Yeah. Just a few breaths. Don't go too far. And come forward. And then I'm going to bring my hand in the middle and bring my leg back. Okay? I'm just going to take a little child's pose. If you're standing, do the usual, just nice leaning on your chair, extend the spine. Bring yourself forward and bring the right foot forward, okay? And just make sure that the back leg is going to go back as far as it can. So I'm going to lift my knee because I didn't come into it from standing, okay? So I'm going to lift my knee and just stretch my leg out and come back down to the top of my knee. Then I'm going to really concentrate on my front foot. Front foot, not the knee. And my back foot pressing down. I'm going to breathe in here. Lifting my arms. My arms could be here if you have shoulder problems. And I'm pressing my foot as I breathe out. I really am pressing the foot so I keep the containment in my right hip. And I'm pressing my back foot down so that I keep containment in the left. You see lots of flexible people just going all the way down, and you can see that they're hanging their joints towards the floor with no containment, and it's not good. Hands come down, come back up and stretch through the right leg. You can come as far forward as you like. I just want a little stretch. I don't feel I want to come to the floor with it, but you can come however you like. And then I'm going to come over this side. So I'm coming to the right now. Yeah, and because we did these spinal twists earlier on, I feel I can twist quite a bit. My spine has been twisted already and it's happy to go that little bit further. And coming up. I'm going to lift my knee. And I'm coming into a nice Shashasana. Ah, lovely. So nice. All the way down. Okay, we're going to come to the floor. I'm going to cross the legs. And I'm going to pop my bottom on the floor. Place my feet directly in front of my knees. And I'm going to use my arms. Breathe in. And with control, I'm not going to collapse. I'm using my core, I'm using my legs. I'm going to roll down slowly. Don't go too quick because you won't use anything. Okay? And come down. Lovely. And bring your knees into your chest once you feel you're landed safely. Bring them in and hug them. Hug them. So I am going to bring my hands out in a T shape, and I'm going to do the rotations with my knees. You can hold your knees. If you don't hold your knees, it's a bit more work. Pressing my palms down, going in one direction. It works the core a little more if you don't hold the knees. So if you feel you've done enough, hold the knees by all means. And then come back. Lovely. Arms alongside the body. Please breathe in and stretch the legs. Press the tailbone, press the sacrum down. Press through the feet. Press through the, oh, that feels so lovely on the back. It really lengthens the back. Gives your core a little workout, and breathe. Ah, release. We're going to do that twice more. Release the core. Hands on the floor, palms down. Breathing in, stretch up. Now actively press the lower back into the floor. Notice what it does to the core. Keep breathing. Just keep breathing. You can try contracting the belly on out breath. And release. However you like to release. You might want to rock from side to side. Notice your tummy, how it activates the tummy. And one last time. Breathe in, stretch it up. Let's bring the arms overhead this time. Backs of the fingers on the floor. Stretch in opposite directions. Really stretch out your spine. Notice how the whole spine connects here with the floor. It's so nice. Push the feet up. Push, push, push. Stretch and release. We stretch and we release tension in yoga. Wonderful to help you get into regular relaxation, thinking of stretch and release, okay, or tense and release. Hands out, last twist before we come into Shavasana. Hands out, flat on the floor, so you have some support. We're going to turn to the, I'm going to turn to the left so I can face the camera for you. So you can go either side, breathing in here. Breathing out, bring the knees towards the floor on the left. Now go slow. You might need to put the feet down. You might have sore back, so go slow because it's a deep twist and it's a stretch. Shoulders are down. It's a stretch for the lower back. Okay. Shoulders are down, hands are down. Now when you feel comfortable, breathe in here. And see if you can roll the head to the right, so you're looking down the right side. Keep the shoulders engaged. See if you can bring the knee, the right knee, a little closer to the left so that they are equal, even if it's only in your mind. Breathing in here, breathing out, more to the left. Let the legs rest if they're there, let them rest. Notice your belly, notice your right hip, maybe the shoulder. So try not to hold tension in that right shoulder. It needs to be touching the floor if possible, but if that gives you huge tension, bend the right elbow and let the back of the hand come to the floor. That will ease the shoulder. Breathe in here, take a moment in the middle. Just have a nice squeeze. And we do the other side. Breathing in, remember that the legs are heavy, press the hands down if you need to. Breathing out, belly back, knees come to the floor. Now the knees are quite high up the body, they're not low, okay? So it is a stretch. It's a stretch all down here, as well as a twist. So give yourself time to land. Don't rush it. When you are ready, breathe in. Shoulders are down, and breathe out and roll the head to the left. If the head will go. If it doesn't like it, just look at the ceiling. Don't strain anything. Don't go too far. See if in your mind's eye you can get the left knee closer to the right with every out breath. Because as you breathe out, you can twist a little more. And breathe in. And just give yourself a really good hug. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, belly comes back and head comes off the floor. See if you can get close to your knees. You might have too much in the middle like me, but you might get closer. And release. And please come into Shavasana. Before we completely let go, I want to just stretch out the spine. So arms come overhead, backs of the fingers on the floor if possible, bend the elbows if you need to, if it's not comfortable on the shoulders. Breathe in here, breathe out, stretch, stretch, stretch away as much as you can, and release. Now you can stretch on the in-breath or the out. I prefer the out. Some people, want to breathe in and stretch. That's fine. Breathing in, I'll try it that way. Stretch. And let go. And one last time to finish. Breathing in. Really tense every muscle. From even your toes, your feet, your ankle, your calves, your knees, thighs, all the way up. Tense them, and let go. So you know what it feels like to let go. So please come into Shavasana. You can have your legs on a chair, legs up the wall if you prefer, or into traditional Shavasana where we keep the heels together because we don't go to sleep. We are having a conscious relaxation. So the heels are more or less together to keep us slightly alert. And then our arms roll out so that the palms face up, which gives you some nice ease on the shoulders. If you open the legs, yes, it can feel more relaxing, but you might fall asleep. So choose the best way for you. But traditionally, we keep the heels together in Shavasana. Close the eyes. Let the body rest. And just before you completely let go, just notice your mind. Be aware of how aware you are now. What are the sensations in the body? So just taking a few moments . For today, thank you for practicing with me, and Namaste.